Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you for joining me in Pootles Advent Countdown. We're on to project number 20, 25 projects in total, 5 a week for 5 weeks. We're at the end of week 4, still got another full week. And I have got a lovely gift bag for you, and I'm calling this a multi-purpose candle bag because it's got 2 Yankee candle votives in, and they stand on their ends. However, you could, if you like cup tea lights, so this would be your IKEA variety, you could fit 5 comfortably in there. Or if you go for the cheaper metal ones, you can fit 6 in. So they all fit. So like I said, the cup ones are slightly deeper. These ones sort of sit inside one another a bit more. But yeah, 5 of those, 6 of those, 2 of those. And this is what we're putting in today. So you get so many Christmas fragrances. I've got Christmas Magic here, Candy Cane Lane, which is one of my favourite Christmas fragrances, nigh on impossible to find. I love this. I love All Is Bright and Christmas Garland. Those are my favourite Christmas fragrances. But there's also Sparkling Snow, Red Apple Wreath. They're not expensive to buy, so these make a nice little extra gift. Okay, so let's make one. This is the Heartwarming Hugs paper. I really like the stripes. I don't know why. I'm not really a stripy person normally, but I really like the stripes. I thought that just looked lovely. And I'm just going to show you how to get this sort of smooth finish on it. And I wanted to use stripes again. So also from the same pack, more stripes. And I've got a bit of hair in my face. 7.5 by 7.5 inches, 19 by 19 centimetres. Depending on which way your stripes go, obviously these were straight up and down vertical stripes or horizontal, so it depends on which way you want to go, but you start with it in the correct way, you know, the right way up if you've got a pattern where you want to follow it round. Obviously this doesn't really matter. So score it at 1 3/4, 3.5, 5 1/4 and 7 inches, which in metric is awkward. 4.9, 9, 13.5 and 18. Why have I written it like that? That's strange. Maybe I meant to write 4.5. That would make a bit more sense. 1 3/4 is 4.5. So let's try that again in metric. 4.5, 9, 13.5 and 18. On the second side, score it at 1 3/4 inches and 6.5, which in metric is 4.5 and 16.5. Yes, of course, that one there is 4.5. Ugh. I query and question myself sometimes. Right, I've lost my bone folder right in front of me. So let's get all of these lines burnished. Cats are going a little bit all over the place doolally right now. There is a good chance one or both may appear in the video. Apologies if they do. Right, so this smaller part, that's the top, this is the bottom. So I'm just going to take a little bit off here. Just a tiny bit as a mitre. And then take away the rectangle. And mitre that a little bit as well. So I said in yesterday's video, which was my flattened milk carton, that milk cartons come in a variety of sizes. This is another version, but it's how you change the measurements and the paper and the look, and they just look all so different. And this is obviously completely different measurements to yesterday's project. Okay, right, let me grab some tear and tape. So yes, it looks very different to yesterday's project. The build is the same, the cut is the same, the measurements are different. And that's why they all look so good. Right, so that's going to become the back. Fold in 2 sides and the back, and some more tear and tape. And Yankee candles can be heavy if you're going with the votives. So I'm going to double up that tape. Okay, right, so I'm not going to start pushing it and and manipulating it into shape just yet. I'm going to put my candles in first. So I'm going to take 2 of them. Candy cane lane. Oh, I might keep this one. And very slowly push your fingers where this score line is and this one. Just do it gently. And as you do it very, very gently, I wasn't gentle enough there, you get this smoothed finish. Can you see that? It's smooth there. So where yesterday's project I put in score lines to make it sharp and crisp, this is very smooth. And it's a different look completely. See? Right, let's get a couple of holes punched in here. That's better. Right, a couple of holes punched in there. So we've got 2 ribbons that come as a pair. Old olive with a gold trim. Poppy, I want to say that's Poppy Parade with a gold trim, but maybe it's real red. I'm not sure, but I like this one very much. Old olive isn't really a colour I use very often, but it's not an unpleasant colour. Right. I'm going to cut those ends off, and I'm just going to leave them loose for now. So I want to do a little stamping. So there are 2 bundles that form part of that suite. Warm Hugs is one of them with the Warm Wraps dies. And what I want is one of these outlines, because it's a bit like a life buoy. Is that what you call them? Those ones that you throw when somebody's at sea or they've fallen in the water. And what it does is it cuts out the outside and the inside at the same time. So I'm going to go For You with that, which is that one. So that's going to cut that, but in the back here, you might not be able to see it, but I've got a little bit of this velvet paper. So I'm going to take that one and just do the tiniest bit of stamping. I'm looking for a scrap that I've stamped on so I can use the edge. Here we go. Some real red. All my cutting plates here, and I'm going to use post-it notes to hold this down. Washi tape probably would be better. Don't own any. Oh look, that's far too long there. Don't need all of that. And then, oh, what did I do with it? I cut a little bit of velvet. No! Has that landed on the floor? Oh. There it is. Found it. And I'm going to pop that up there. One of those on top. I'm just going to cut that bit off. Otherwise I've got everything sticking through, haven't I? Okay, so there's my little piece of velvet, which is lovely. And there's my little life ring. I know, I'm strange. It just looks like that to me. I don't really know why I think like that. So, or a polo mint. Bit of a big polo mint, but anyway. Right, so what I want to do, let me get my hole punch again. I want to punch a little hole low down, so it's going to be invisible. And, oh, threw it at myself. Some of this gold ribbon, gold twine. I'm going to pull that through and get it to a length that I think is about right, because I want it to hang on the front, and then I'm actually going to stick it to the front. This is stuck down. And there, that's a pretty good length. Okay, take that off, and then grab some mini dimensionals for around the edges. So the hole obviously I want to have at the top. So I'm going to anchor it out of the way. Get my words on there, and then come back to this that I started. I'm going to get the knot tied first and twist this on, and then I'm going to finish off my bow. And I am bow challenged with an extra bit hanging down as well. It's, yeah. And I can bring that bit down and it will hang down. And I'm going to put another dimensional behind that, and I'm going to use a mini one because they're there. And that will stay in place. And I just think that's rather pretty. They're quite nice, aren't they? I like them. I like the smooth finish at the top here. It looks different. And I like them. And that's a nice gift. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon. Final week next week. Bye.